Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Nikhil Martinez and today we're gonna start talking about tsunamis and earthquake. To inform and teach my listener about my research regarding tsunamis and earthquake, in this way being able to save as many lives you are closer to and separate from. Even though tsunamis and earthquakes are very dangerous and destructive, unpredictable when they exactly gonna hit at what time and which place. There is some way in which human beings have discovered in which they can save life. So let's start this presentation with a couple questions. If science has already come a long way in advance, why have they not been able to predict exactly when their tsunami or earthquake will hit in today's day? What are some of the countries that have been most affected in the past 5 to 10 years by the tsunami or earthquake? But there are still some places that have never been damaged by an earthquake or tsunami. I'm still wondering why they haven't been hit by a tsunami. And you guys will discover that here in this presentation. So I do like to talk about today about some places to which the tsunami and earthquake have hit a lot of damage. You probably know or heard about Haiti. In 2010, Haiti was affected by a 7.0 earthquake that hit them, and it felt like there were like 500,000 to a million people plus affected by an earthquake. You can't believe that? Both the earthquake and the tsunami disaster, and many times both attack at the same time, one after another. But how do these two phenomena originate? So I do a couple of research here. According to geoscience, earthquakes are usually caused when rock underground suddenly breaks along and fall. This sudden release of energy caused the seismic wave that made the ground shake. When two blocks rolls or two plates are rubbing against each other, they stick a little, they come together and they make it break apart out like that. When the rock breaks, the earthquakes occurs. That's when the earthquakes occurs. You all get that part? You all got that part, right? So I'm gonna keep talking. The tsunami is also disastrous and one of the strongest in history that occurred in Japan in 2011. I think I already talked about this before, but I'm gonna just keep talking and reinforcing. So a tsunami is actually wave caused by sudden movement of the ocean due to earthquakes. So basically what this is saying here is that before a tsunami occurs, an earthquake have to come first. If an earthquake doesn't occur, a tsunami won't occur. So basically, earthquake first and then tsunami. Earthquake first and then tsunami. Now that we have discussed as how these two natural phenomena occur, we're going to talk about in the past 10 years what happened in Japan and what has happened in Haiti. According to the digital library, magnitude 7.0 earthquake that struck Haiti on the afternoon of January 12, 2010 was one of the disasters in a country that has suffered from decades of political, economy, and social setbacks and inequalities. Digital also reports that with approximately 3 million people affected, the earthquake was one of the most devastating in Haiti. Also, the poorest country in the Caribbean. Probably 500,000 were lost and 3,000 people were injured, and about 1.5 million individuals were forced to live in mistake. They were like in shelters and some stuff like that. According to digital library, a magnitude 9.0 earthquake struck in the Pacific Ocean of the north coast in Tokyo region of Japan. There was like an island there. That's why the earthquake hit first, and then the tsunami came after. Like I said before, if the earthquake doesn't come first, a tsunami won't hit your place. The digital library also reports that Japan was naming the state of emergency by that time because an estimate of 20,000 people were dead or missing, and close to 500,000 people were forced to evacuate. In addition, a nuclear power molten tiger, a nuclear emergency. And are those reports fascinating you? If you're so here's some guidelines how to save your if you're on an earthquake or if you're in a tsunami. In an earthquake, if you are outdoors, be prepared to hold on until shaking stop. Stay inside until the shaking stop. And if it's safe to access, you can just get out of the place you are in. But if you are outdoors during an earthquake, drop on the ground in a clear spot away from buildings, trees, and power line. If you are driving, please do not get close to the cars and all this stuff like that, because that will make it more dangerous. That will really make it more dangerous. In conclusion, earthquakes and tsunamis are not created by humans but by nature. However, they are caused by humans. Humans' pollution makes the natural disaster cool more and more. Tectonic plates become to cuddle more and more, and plus the contamination that we as humans produce. That's one of the biggest problem, and that's what caused to originate the earthquake and the tsunami. Although these two natural disasters have become dangerous, they're ways we people can save our own life. Humans have been trying to develop the best way they can, but we still reinforcing on that. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Share it, comment below, give me some feedback. If I have to get better, God bless you all.